student. Yester- Yesterday, we have discussed about consumer equilibrium and its a concept with a example, a rational consumer, irrational consumer, and what is the meaning of consumer equilibrium. Today, out of three approaches, I'm going to teach you the first approach, consumer equilibrium in case of a commodity, or we can say how how does a consumer determines how does a consumer determines to consume different unit of a commodity. Remember, there are some assumptions. First of all, a consumer consumes multiple units of a commodity, and all the units are homogeneous or identical. They are same in color, same in size, and same in taste, and there is no difference at all. Now, how does a consumer determines different units of a commodity? Now let us take an example of this. First of all, you will see number of units. Suppose a consumer consumes first units of a first unit of a Golgappa, we can say the MUX, it is denoted by MUX. Marginal utility obtained from the X commodity is assumed 12, and the PX, price of the each of the unit is rupees 2. Now similarly, the consumer consumes second Golgappa, that gives 10 utils, equivalent utility, and similarly third unit 7, fourth unit 5, fifth unit 4, and sixth unit 2, seventh unit minus and 0, and eighth unit minus 2. But the price of the commodity remains same. Similarly, now consumer surplus you will see. Now, what is the consumer surplus? Now, the consumer is willing to give 12 rupees, but actually he have given 2 rupees, and the this is called the difference between what he have actual paid and what he willing to pay is called consumer surplus. 10 minus 2 is equals to 12. Now in the second case, now the MUX, the consumer gets the 10 utils, but the price is 2, actual price he have to pay 2, now becomes 8. 8 is the consumer surplus. Now 10 plus 8 is equals to 18. Similarly, in a third case, the consumer gets the 7 utils, but he have to pay 2, and the difference between these two is 5, and 18 and 5 is equals to 23. 23 again, it is done 14, sorry for correction, it's 18. Now in the third unit, the consumer is willing to pay 5 5 5, yeah, utilities gained rupees of 5, and he's actually giving rupees 2. Now the difference between is 3. Now 23 and 3, 26. In the next 4 unit and so on, 2, difference is 2, 24 plus 2, 6. Now second, 2 and 2, 0, and 24 plus 20 is the 0. If the consumer consumes, more unit, let's say that is seventh unit, he obtains a 0 utility, means he have got nothing. He have, it simply means that the consumer do not want to pay any rupees for the seventh unit, and the seventh rupees or eighth unit, if only he will consume if the shopkeeper will give again 2 rupees for consumption, but this is not applicable. or it give you the dissatisfaction, not a satisfaction. That's why utility is shown in -2. Now if you will make this graph, you will see one pattern. The MUX obtained from each unit of the commodity is diminishing because the law of diminishing marginal utility is applicable. The consumer, each and every unit the consumer consumes, the utility obtained from it goes on decreasing. Second thing, the price of the per unit remains constant, which you will find at rupees 22222. And if you will make this graph, you will show two things in the graph, x-axis and y-axis. X-axis, in x-axis you will show only the units, and in a y or vertical axis you will represent only two things, px, price of the x commodity, and mux. Two things are represented on vertical axis, and definitely the mux is negative as well as 0, though it goes the y dash also. Now if we locate the point first unit, then the graph becomes a downward sloping, and the price line is straight. Now price line is straight because it remains constant, 2. Now where you will find MUX is intersecting the price line, or in a simple word, where MUX and PX line intersect each other, this point is known as consumer's equilibrium. Now the question arises, yesterday only I have told you, after consuming sixth unit, the consumer is getting utility. Okay, fine. Now but the seventh and eighth you will find he is not getting any utility. Rather than purchasing this unit, he will consume any another type of commodity. Suppose this is the golgappa, then the person will consume ice cream to replacement. So it is assumed that a rational consumer will stop the consumption when MUX is equals to PX. MUX is equals to PX. So consumer equilibrium, now the formula we can say consumer equilibrium is equals to MUX upon MUM is equals to PS. Now you will find what is MUM. Marginal utility of money is known as MUM. Now what does it mean? Just having of money in our pocket also gives us satisfaction. This level of satisfaction is called MUM. In this case, MUM is 1 and remains constant. MUM is 1. If MUM is 1, then MUX is equals to MUX upon MUM is equals to PX, then becomes a consumer equilibrium formula. So now what have you learned? What have you learned? The consumer, a rational consumer, consumes till the marginal utility obtained from it is either equivalent or greater than it, or last point of the consumption is when MUX becomes equals to PX. Now two more cases. Sir, what will happen if MUX is greater than PX? Yes, if MUX is greater than PX, in case of you see the sixth commodity, the consumption process, rational consumer will consume more units of a commodity, or we can say consumption process continues. When MUX and PX becomes equal, then this is the last point for a consumption for a rational consumer. If what will happen if MUX is smaller than PX, then a rational consumer will stop, already have stopped this condition will not applicable for rational consumer. So what have you learned today? So today you have learned how does, with the help of a graph, with the help of a schedule, how does a consumer determines to consume different units of a commodity. In the next class, I will teach you next approach, that is this is also cardinal approach, and the cardinal approach is second approach, that is in consumer equilibrium in case of two commodity, or it is also known as law of equimarginal utility. So thank you and have a nice